Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I hope all of you are having a wonderful time. I am now sitting in my room on the floor right now, and it's now a little bit late on Tuesday evening here in Tokyo. The date is, what's the date today? May 14th, 2019. And I wanted to take the opportunity to, well, first of all, I want to let you know that the next scheduled live stream is for Saturday, May 18th, 2019 at 5 a.m. Japan time. 5 a.m. Japan time. And so that will be that you can just come to the channel and find the video and go from there, and there'll be a live chat, and I think it should be fun, and hopefully we can talk about Criterion collection related things. So maybe the announcement for the new titles will have been made by then. Maybe we can exchange some other ideas about other Criterion titles. Who knows? But it should be really fun. And I haven't decided yet, but if you are interested, I'm not sure. I might also schedule another live stream for the following day, Sunday, May 19th, 2019 at 5 a.m. as well. So that's something I'm thinking about. I haven't decided that one yet, but there might be a second live stream this weekend. But in any case, please let me know if you're interested in a second live stream, and if so, would that following day work for you? It's a little bit, I know it's a little bit tough with time differences and all that, but just trying to accommodate as many people as possible. So there's that out of the way. So I look forward to seeing you at the live stream if you're interested. Now I want to speak to a number of different comments that I've received from a number of people, but they're all, I think, generally speaking, or broadly speaking anyway, related. And I just thought I'd bring it up and just talk with you about this, and about my channel here, and about my own ideas and my own aims and goals, I suppose, with respect to my channel here, and with respect to the videos that I put up on YouTube. So if you don't mind, maybe I might just explain a little bit about what it is I'm trying to get out of this channel. So so there you go. So I've been getting a lot of comments over the past few months, actually, but there's one person that I received a really interesting comment from, and this is from Bird Dog Free Man. Now, Henry, and he very kindly gave me his permission to read his comment that he left me. And so this is a comment that he left, I think, on my last video on the Akira Kurosawa films in the Criterion Collection. And he left a really long and quite generous, very complimentary comment. So thank you so much for this. This is really too kind. I don't deserve this kind of praise, actually, but I'm very moved. And he asked me in pertinent part, he asked me this, and I'm going to read it. And again, I have his permission. So he says this: I know you do not consider yourself a film theorist or expert in film criticism, but I also wonder if you aspire to such heights. Becoming an expert like Peter Cowie, I guess I also wonder what you think the difference is between a film enthusiast, cinephile film buff, and a film scholar. Maybe you don't write about films, or maybe you don't have a PhD in film studies, maybe you don't care to. But I know you love cinema enough to devote time and money investing in watching and buying films. Maybe you aspire to be a film critic, I don't know. I don't think I have heard you formally state your reasons behind your videos and film collection. Maybe you just enjoy film, but I think you are obviously serious about film, enough so to go out and buy the Criterion Collection and other film collections. I don't know exactly your motivation behind these videos and your passion for watching and buying films, but I would enjoy learning more about your aims and desires. I think you want to be an expert, and this is valid, so I would like to know if this is the case. How will you know when you have achieved your mission, if you have one? And what exactly do you want from YouTube? etc. So thank you very much, Henry, for this very interesting and well-worded comment. So I suppose I could just say that I am not a film critic. I'm not a reviewer of films, and I don't have any plans to become one. I don't write reviews. I don't write reviews and publish them, and I don't necessarily go out of my way to try to promote some kind of, I don't know, my reviews for certain films, this and that. So I don't consider myself a film critic, and nor do I have any aspirations to be one. And what do I mean by that? I don't necessarily have any aspiration right now to be a professional film critic. That is, to write reviews or make reviews and then get some kind of compensation or some kind of fee or money for that. So I don't have that ambition. Did I ever have that ambition to be a film critic? I don't know. I really couldn't say. I never really thought about it, to be perfectly honest. So I don't have any ambitions to be a film critic. But then the broader question is, then why do I make these videos in the first place? I don't work for the Criterion Collection. I've never worked for the Criterion Collection. I don't work for Amazon. I've never worked for Amazon. I don't have any kind of, I don't know what it is, like partnership thing with Amazon or any other sites like that. So it's not like I get any monetary, any kind of reward for every time someone uses Amazon based on something I might have said in a video. I don't get any kind of reward or anything from the Criterion Collection, for instance. So there's that. I'd love to work for the Criterion Collection one day, but I don't think that'll ever happen. But the what was I saying? So I have no connections like that, and so my videos are not necessarily aimed to promote any kind of agenda like that on my part. I'm not suggesting that you were in any way implying that I might have some kind of hidden motive or agenda. No, I'm not suggesting that at all, but I just want to let you know exactly what it is that's going on with me here in this YouTube channel. So then, but that still begs the question, so why do I do this YouTube channel stuff? I think the answer is that I really enjoy doing this because I don't usually have the opportunity to talk with people around in my inner circle of friends about films. I don't have an inner circle of friends near me in which I can discuss films like this. And so for me, I've watched films since I was a kid growing up, and all this stuff and all this excitement has built up in me over the course of many years. And for whatever reason, now I've just felt like I wanted to express it somehow. And so that's the general reason why I decided to pursue and continue to do this YouTube thing, because it was an outlet for me to express all the stuff that I maybe, I don't know if accumulated is the right word. That might seem a little bit arrogant. I don't mean it that way. I apologize if I sound arrogant, but it's more like all the stuff that I was thinking about with all these films that I was watching. I just needed a little bit of an outlet, if you will. And so if I didn't let it out, then there was the risk that it would just disappear and I'd never be able to recall it again. And so this is, in a way, maybe a little bit therapeutic for me, or maybe a little bit cathartic. Maybe not cathartic is the right word, but it's an outlet for me to just let out all this stuff and feelings that I have about certain films that I have watched either recently or over maybe many years ago, and I just haven't had the chance to talk about it until now. For instance, Edward Yang films. I don't have the opportunity to talk at length about, say, A Brighter Summer Day. I'm on Facebook. I am on certain Facebook groups, and so I do have a certain way of communicating with others, but it's a little bit difficult, I am just. It's so hard to talk about such a grand film like that and write it in a capsule-like way. So it's easier for me to just talk and just let it all out. And just when I make a video like that, it let the chips fall where they may, so to speak. So there's that. Also, for me personally, I just like to talk. It's a little bit it's a little bit easier for me as a mode of communication rather than writing, because writing I enjoy the act of writing, don't get me wrong, but there's just something very liberating for me personally about just letting loose and just talking like this. I don't have any script. I don't write any script. I do make notes sometimes. For instance, here are some notes that I have regarding the film Confusion. And I do make notes about films that I want to make sure that I have a handle on. But I don't do notes all the time. And usually it's just something that I think of a little bit, some planned remarks that I might have. But that's all the preparation I have for these. So it's just a way for me to just talk and just let it all out, and to just let free all this stuff that I really want to express to you, if you'll let me express it to you, of course. So that's the primary motivating factor. And then, of course, it lends me the opportunity to talk and meet with you. That is the other great goal of mine here in YouTube, is to just meet people. I can't tell you how important that is to me. I've tried to express it many ways on this channel, but really I do want to I cannot emphasize strongly enough just how important it is for me to touch base with you and to talk with you and to hear you and to learn from you, and to have discussion. This is the way to go. And to ask you questions about this, and to get your feedback about how I might react to a certain thing. And that kind of exchange is very, very important to me. And that is, to me, one of the most valuable things about doing YouTube. So if anyone is still on the fence about whether I should do YouTube, I really strongly suggest that you just give it a try. It really is worth it, really worth it. There are other aspects of YouTube I really should explain, and let me just do this. I received other questions about, for instance, do you do Patreon? Why don't you do Patreon? Maybe that might be a way for more viewers to support you financially. And I've been getting a lot of very nice comments about that, and maybe suggesting that I should start a Patreon thing. And I've never spoken about this before, but let me just explain my feelings about that. First of all, I have nothing against Patreon. I think Patreon is a fine thing. It is a great way to show one's support for a channel or a podcast or the like. And I know a lot of my friends who have Patreon and who have a lot of Patreon supporters, and I think that's great. I really, really admire that. And who knows, maybe in the future, maybe I will decide, yes, maybe Patreon is good for me as well. But for the time being, I really want to say that I am not doing any Patreon. And the reason is that I really feel like I'm getting so much support from you already. Through your comments and through your questions and through your viewership and subscribership and all that, that I don't feel like I need it. I feel full. My cup is full already. So this is perfectly, I feel very satisfied at the moment. Of course, so in other words, that's to say that I get very I feel very satisfied when I have comments and I'm able to read them, and then am able to respond, and then hopefully things can go from there. And then maybe we can friend each other on Facebook, and then we can have discussions through Messenger or Instagram or something like that. And that really means a lot to me. And that is enough for me. So I don't need Patreon. Again, I don't have anything against Patreon. I think it's a fine thing, and I know a lot of people, very dear friends of mine, who do that, and I'm fully supportive of that. I'm actually a Patreon supporter of a number of podcasts that I really enjoy. So I am a 100% supporter of Patreon. But for me, it's more important that I receive your support via comments, via questions, and your time and your friendship. That is for me what I need the most. And as long as I have that, then I'm fine. I am absolutely fine. I feel no desire or need to try to gain support through other means. Let me put it that way, because I feel like I'm well supported as it is, thanks to you and to all of you. So that's the reason at the moment why I'm not doing Patreon. But it might change in the future. But if that happens, then I will let you know, and just let you know what I'm thinking, and we will go from there. Not a problem. But that's where my head is at the moment. I should say though that I do monetize this YouTube channel. I do monetize it. In other words, I do turn on the monetization settings on videos where I can, which turns on the Google advertisement mechanism, by which a certain amount of revenue is generated every time a video is seen. And that once that is accumulated over time, then I am able to earn a certain amount of revenue through YouTube, through what's called Google AdSense. And that's basically just the ads that are attached to the video every time you click play on my videos. That's monetization. That's one of the ways in which revenue is generated. It's not a lot. It's it's not, I can't make a living off of that, so I cannot quit my day job and rely solely on that, because it's quite small, and I can't make a living off of that. So, but I do that, and I should be very clear. The reason why I have chosen to turn on monetization is because I do. It is important. It is an important thing for me to get some kind of financial return. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it is important for me to get some kind of financial return, because over time I can save that money, and then I can buy some more Blu-rays or something, or Laserdisc or something like that. So that's why I'm doing monetization. It's just an extra added perk, so to speak. And I also relied upon that because I realize that it is in no way money that is coming from you directly. All right, and I want to be absolutely clear about this. My understanding is that it is just merely generated by the fact that you click on a video which has ads enabled. Now, I feel really bad about that, because I know that clicking on videos and seeing ads pop up, I know it can be a little bit irritating. And I really apologize. I don't want to irritate you. That's the last thing I want to do. But on the other hand, maybe one can think of it like this. It's just something that you can do to help me just a little bit, so I can just save up a little bit and use the money to purchase more, maybe an extra Blu-ray or something. And so that's it. And it's not money that is coming from you directly. It is money that is generated by your generously deciding to click the play button and watch a certain number of seconds of a video. So I just ask for your patience with the ads. I know sometimes it's very irritating. You have to click on the skip thing button or something, and it's a little bit irritating. I really apologize, but I'm just asking for your patience with that particular aspect of this channel and monetization. Again, I don't want to take money from you directly. But if by virtue of you playing a video that might generate some kind of little extra something, then I hope you don't mind, but I'd like to turn that on in order to just maybe for that month, that might mean that I can go out and get one extra Blu-ray or a couple extra DVDs that I might not have otherwise have purchased or something. So that's what the monetization aspect is for me. And so I just ask for your patience with that. I really apologize if ads pop up. It really irritates you. I know I'm not just a YouTube video uploader or whatever. I watch videos myself, and so I know, you watch a video and I'm so excited to watch a video, and I click and suddenly ads appear. So I know that feeling. So please understand that my feeling about that is that it's not money coming directly from you, but it's money that is generated through the Google AdSense program. So that's it. And I just want to return to one more thing about the Patreon, and it's related to Google AdSense and stuff. I received a lot of very kind compliments and a lot of questions. People asking, can I contribute money to your channel, Daisuke? And I always say, the sentiment and the feeling that one has, if one has that sentiment, is I really appreciate it. I truly appreciate it deep down. And I think the feeling that you have is enough for me. And I really feel that way. So thank you so much for feeling that way and wanting to maybe help me financially or support me financially. I really appreciate that. But let me say this. If you feel like you want to support me financially, let's say you have you want to give me, let's say, $20. I feel that's really great. That really makes me happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm so flattered by that. But it would make me even happier if, for instance, you took that same $20 and instead of giving it to me, you decided to, say, buy a Blu-ray that you liked, and then you purchased a Blu-ray and saw it, and then you contacted me one day, and then you said, hey, Daisuke, I saw this new film. It's really great. So that is so worth it to me, so much more worth it. So that's my idea about that. So anyway, I hope that is a little bit clear. I do want to talk a little bit more about my feelings and approach to YouTube. Maybe it's getting a little bit late, so maybe I'll save that for another video. But I hope that's clear. And if anything I've said is maybe not to your liking, or maybe you're a little bit offended by my approach, I really apologize. If you have any questions about it, please let me know in the comments below. I'm very open to suggestion and criticism at any time. And there are some other aspects that I'd like to talk about, but for now, let me just end it there. And once again, thank you so much for your support and for your kindness and generosity. And I just hope that anything I've said here hasn't offended you, but that I hope that what my feelings are about certain aspects of YouTube are clear. So anyway, my friends, thank you so much, and I will talk more about other aspects of this in another video. But in the meantime, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great movies. So until we meet again, my friends, cheers.